Recording begins. It is October 29th. This is Biology 105. Thank you all for making it. We just finished our exam 2. Well, yeah, ours. I'll call it ours. You just finished it. The scores are entered. I didn't have to take it. But the averages were essentially identical to exam 1. So some people shifted up, some people shifted down. There are options if you failed this exam. Okay, just reiteration, I've mentioned this before. 1 time per semester, okay, so for one of your 3 midterm exams, if you got 70% or lower on the exam, which I think is like 52 points, 54 points, something like that, all right, then you can come to my office, get the exam with your Scantron, and you write me a brief report on the questions you missed. So it's 3 to 5 sentences for each question you missed. You tell me, hey, on this, bless you. You tell me, hey, on this question, I answered C. That is incorrect because blank. I believe the correct answer would be B. B would be correct because blank. Most people tell me it takes like an hour to do once you sit down and actually do it, okay? So, you know, it's up to you if you want to use that on midterm 2 or wait until midterm 3 to see how you perform there. But I suggest that if you scored under 70, come and meet with me. Get the extra credit assignment. Do it. Get those points. You get back half the points you missed. So you go from a 30% all the way up to a 65%. It's a huge impact on your grade, and the worse you did, the better the benefit to you for doing the assignment, all right? So 1 exam will never make you fail one of my classes. There's always a way to recover from it. Are there any questions about the extra credit option or the exam or anything like that? Yes, please.
Let's say, like, hypothetically, someone failed, like, exam 1, but they wanted to see how they do on exam 3.
Totally fine.
Okay, so then could you go back, like, if you did really well on exam 3, could you go back and say, okay, I want to fix exam 1?
Yeah, and I'm going to reiterate it for the people on watching the recording, all right? If you, let's say you fail exam 1, you did fine on exam 2, you want to see how you did on exam 3 before you use exam 1, right? You can absolutely wait until after exam 3, which is in week 13. Wait to see what score you got on exam 3, and then go back and do the makeup assignment for exam 1, if the exam 1 was your lowest grade. It's completely an option. The only thing is, you gotta get me your report, within 2 weeks of when you receive your material, and I can't accept anything after, or I won't. I'll say I could technically, but I will not accept any reports after the last week of class, all right? I will not make an appointment to meet with you during finals week. I will not take it after the final exam. If you're doing the extra credit assignment, you have to get it to me by the last week of class. That's my only limitation on you. Reasonable enough? Solid. I made the mistake 1 semester. You can tell I've got a bit of a hangover. It scares me talking about this because one time I was like meeting with all these students during finals week and people weren't showing up to meetings and I got angry. I get angry just thinking about it. Grr! And then I project that anger onto you because you're also students in Bio 105, which you don't deserve, all right? But I'm a flawed human, okay? And I'm in therapy for it, but I'm not perfect yet. Okay, any other questions about exam, extra credit? You got another midterm coming up in week 13, so the week before fall break, which is pretty soon. It's gonna be basically entirely on the cell cycle, on mitosis and meiosis, all right? It's gonna be on those things. So if you're already comfortable with that stuff, you're in luck. If you're not, then we got 3 weeks to get comfortable with it. Cool? Awesome. Keep going to lab, keep doing your lab assignments, keep doing your reading quizzes, come to office hours if you want any assistance. I will say that there was real quick, I'm gonna make this quick announcement. There was a student who came to my office hours with their study guide right before exam 2, and we chatted. and saw a grade increase of about like 15-20% from exam 1, you could do that too. I would love to see you in my office hours. So if you want a way to like, I really need to pass exam 3, come talk to me. I made the exam. I grade the exam. I'm the one who controls the points. Talk to me about it, you know? I have an office. It's got a bucket full of protein bars. You can have a protein bar, all right? I have a sink. You can wash your hands there before you eat your protein bar. Just come to my office hours. It's a lot of fun. I've got 3 monitors for my computer. You can look at them. All right.
Do they have the answers on them?
Yeah, sometimes. And maybe I accidentally look away for a minute and I leave the wrong window open, you know? Maybe you accidentally leave $50 on the floor. We don't know what happens. I won't accept bribes. This is on recording. Any other questions about this stuff?
Do you accept bribes?
No. I don't. No, I absolutely do not. Yes, please.
Are you dressing up for Halloween?
You know, we're handing out candy. I've got a tracksuit that I wear for Halloween, and I call it a costume because tracksuits are comfortable. It's red. It's an Adidas tracksuit. It's got white stripes on it. It's very nice. That's my dressing up. Yeah, thank you for asking. Are you dressing up for Halloween?
Of course.
Awesome. What's your costume?
I have 3.
3 to alternate between? Well, I'm afraid we'll have to discuss it during office hours. Yeah. Awesome. Anything else, folks? Yes, please. I totally forgot about your question. I'm so sorry.
Do you not have a lab
Next
next week?
week?
It's not posted.
Oh, for the week 11 lab material? Yeah, you do have a lab next week. I have not posted the material for next week yet because I'm editing it.
Okay.
We made a change, and so I want to make sure that it's fully polished before I post it up. But I will have it posted for you ASAP. Thank you for checking ahead. And like you're looking at next week's lab material, that's a good sign. Awesome. Anything else? Any other questions, folks? Okay, I'm very excited to get into our cell cycle discussion in the actual appropriate week. And it's not even 11:10. We're doing great. I was afraid I'd look at the clock and it would be like 11:20 because I just feel like we were having such a great time. Okay, here we go. The real lecture begins. If I was editing my videos for YouTube better, there would have been a little button where you could be like, skip commonly skipped portion or whatever, you know? But I'm not doing that. The cell cycle. When I am out and about in the world interacting with humans in a normal way, all right? Sometimes my line of work comes up and they'll say, what's the one thing that you find students struggle with? This is a real question that people at like a pants store have asked me. I don't know why they care, but they care. And the thing that students struggle with, one of the main things is the cell cycle. People have a really hard time with it. And at one time I said the cell cycle, and the people behind the counter said, oh my gosh, I wish I'd learned more about the cell cycle. And I'm like, get a freaking life, folks. You've graduated. What are you talking about? But they're being nice to me. They're taking pity on me because they know that I talk about the cell cycle every semester. And, you know, they want me to feel good about doing 2 weeks talking about this. I do feel good about it because it matters. And you're going to leave here with an understanding of the cell cycle better than those folks I met in Salt Lake City at the pants store. All right? Solid. Why should cells divide? Why not just have one cell and be one cell? All right? Well, single-celled organisms exist. You're aware of them. They still have to divide for reproduction. So unicellular organisms split to make 2 identical, what we call daughter cells. The terminology that's used is you've got the mother cell is the cell that's going to divide, and then after division, the 2 cells are called the daughter cells. So when a unicellular organism undergoes division for reproduction, the process is called binary fission. All right, you split something to get 2, binary fission. all right, if you're interested. It's not required terminology. But multicellular organisms like you and I, our cells also divide. And why do they divide? Well, you started as one cell. You started as a zygote, right? Following the fertilization of an egg by a sperm cell, you were a single-celled thing, all right? And that single cell divided a bunch and developed and grew into the fully fledged student with what do they say, with a mind full of knowledge, ready to topple over. There's some quote about that, I don't know. It's like a ship, like student would make a bad ship because they're top heavy with knowledge. They'll flip over in the ocean. I don't know. Development and growth. That's why multicellular organisms have to have their cells divide. Also, you take some damn